Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So, you know, when it comes to animal welfare in general, I think that we are here in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, right? Exactly. Give a big hand to the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. So even more so, I think that with our intention and our actions and in everything that we do, whether they're animals that we have as our pets or animals that do work for us or animals that we eat, we should always think about how we can improve their lives, and when it's time for them to be slaughtered in a halal way, in a way that when we do this act, that it truly is up to that point, the whole life of that animal, and when it's consumed, we should be always having in mind our behavior towards those animals, how we go through the whole process. It's important, obviously, to Allah. He brought that wisdom in the Holy Quran to the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, and gave it to the world. And I see every day in Pakistan examples of how that's not really being followed by certain people in the industry. And I think that a lot of it is perhaps not being aware. And I really want to applaud Isa for putting this together, because even with myself, I'm learning, and my team is here. We're learning, and we're going to try to help teach, our supporters and the people that we are in touch with, and interns and students that we work with. And I know there's some great universities here, and we've been invited to meet with the students there, and we want to spread that and grow that. So for Isa to put this thing together and start a formal recognition and an event recognizing the rights and the way that we treat farm animals and how important that is, I think a big hand for Isa. I've known her for, 6 or 7 years, and we came together because of our love for animals. CDRS primarily takes care of trying to do TNVR for stray dogs and for cats. We have that famous camel cami at our facility in Malir, Karachi. So we take care of farm animals too, that are mostly donkeys and horses. Camels come along every now and then. But we want all animals to be treated with dignity, kindness, and respect. And it's our way of respecting Allah by respecting all of His creations in all of their different diverse ways. So Isa is somebody who has really inspired me, has taught me a lot, and she's just such a passionate animal lover. And I just applaud everything she does, and I hope that all of you will work with her. She really is the driving force behind all of this, and I'm just a foot soldier trying to do whatever I can. So I have a prepared speech here that will go through some of the agenda points of the program. Honorable guests, esteemed colleagues, and dedicated advocates, a warm welcome to you all. It is both a privilege and a responsibility to stand before you to address a critical issue, one that is often overlooked but profoundly affects not just animals, but our farmers, consumers, and our very future. Today we gather not just to talk about farm animals, but to rethink our relationship with them. We must ask ourselves, how do we treat animals that sustain us? And what does that say about us as a society? The moral responsibility. Farm animal welfare is not just an agricultural issue. It is an ethical imperative in Islam. We are repeatedly reminded of our duty to animals in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever is kind to the creatures of God is kind to himself." Our faith commands us to treat animals with dignity, ensuring they are not overburdened, neglected, or made to suffer. Yet the reality of farm animal treatment in Pakistan is far from these principles. Overcrowding in transport, harsh handling at markets, and distressing conditions on farms and slaughterhouses paint a different picture, one that we can't ignore. Let us take a moment to reflect on the current state of farm animal welfare in Pakistan. This is the reality. Legislative gaps. Our existing Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act of 1890 is outdated and fails to address I'm sorry, I got part of my speech is cut off here. It fails to address modern farming practices. There are no specific regulations governing the welfare of farm animals in industrial settings. Industrial farming issues. As Pakistan's meat and dairy industries expand, factory farming is becoming more common. Many animals are raised in confinement, deprived of natural behaviors, and treated as mere commodities rather than as living beings. Transport and slaughter. Overcrowded trucks. I've seen that so many times in my travels in Pakistan in the last 20 years. Lack of proper veterinary checks, inhumane slaughtering methods persist. During Eid al-Adha, we see thousands of animals transported in distressing conditions, violating both Islamic teachings and basic welfare standards. Dairy industry practices. Dairy cows and buffaloes are often overmilked, deprived of rest, and injected with hormones to boost production, affecting their health and quality of the milk that we consume. This is not just an ethical concern, it is also an economic and environmental issue. Poor welfare standards lower meat and dairy quality. They harm Pakistan's export potential and contribute to deforestation and water pollution due to unsustainable farming practices. This all leads to the detriment of health of human beings. The way forward, solutions and opportunities. The good news is that we have a choice. We can embrace a future where farm animals are treated with dignity, farmers are supported with sustainable alternatives, and Pakistan emerges as a leader in ethical livestock farming. Here's how. Number one, modernized animal welfare laws. We must advocate for updated farm animal welfare regulations that reflect Islamic principles and global best practices. And of course, they need to be enforced. Number two, training and education for farmers. Livestock workers must be provided with knowledge on humane handling, ethical breeding, and sustainable farming. Consumer awareness. If consumers demand ethical meat, milk, and eggs, the market will respond. It'll have to. Awareness campaigns can empower people to make better choices. Stronger halal standards. Pakistan, as a major exporter of halal meat, should lead in redefining halal certification to include animal welfare considerations. Support and regenerative and climate-smart farming. Encouraging eco-friendly livestock farming will reduce Pakistan's carbon footprint while ensuring animals live healthier lives. A call to action. As I stand before you today, I ask each of you, what role will you play? Whether you are a policymaker, a farmer, a journalist, an educator, an advocate, we all have a responsibility to push for change. If we want a stronger, healthier, and more ethical Pakistan, it must start here. Let's move forward together with compassion, commitment, and courage, because how we treat the most vulnerable, whether human or animal, those who are voiceless, who count on our compassion and our work in order to survive and thrive and be respected. This defines the kind of society we truly are. Thank you, and may we all work together towards a more just and compassionate future.